It was a Wednesday afternoon, and Kitty Naratumba, a fish warden from Tabulebu within Ba province, was out patrolling their community's marine protected area, what in Fiji is called a tambu area. This is a reef area that a community agrees to set aside to help boost their decreasing fish stocks and increase their ability to meet their food and income needs. The problem is, once the fish start to rebound, poachers take notice. That Wednesday afternoon, Kitty spotted a boat with two fishermen anchored inside the tambu. He quickly gunned his engine and raced off towards the poachers who had set a net on the reef. Armed with only his government-issued fish warden ID and a small line logbook, he shouted as he approached the boat. Kitty was set on confiscating the boat and catch. As he confronted them, one of the young fishermen called his father, who was fishing on a nearby reef. Within minutes, an angry boat full of fishermen surrounded Kitty.
Gave to my one of February, go to my one and the guy, Rawatuna Canandren. One and the guy. Ni sa tugunaw ka na turanga go, pinakatamu mumati. Ano sa tuna sa mga sabi ay virita ka biyon ng dynamite. Ang gitunawi ko, may. Nangaw na ya, sabi ang buwa talaga kinibiyo vura-vura.
With nothing but his logbook in the face of four spears, Kitty backed down that day. But he had called the police just before the fisherman's father had arrived, and when he came ashore, several policemen were there. When he tried to get their help in punishing the poachers, the police told him to go home, telling him they would take care of it. That was 2007, and Kitty knew that they would take care of it meant nothing would be done. Kitty's story is one that is all too common in villages across Fiji even today. Communities across the nation have rallied to better manage their fisheries over the last 20 years, led by the revival of the traditional practice of establishing tambu areas. It all started back in the mid-1990s when a community in Verata in Tailevu province worked together with government staff and non-government organizations to establish a tambu on their then depleted reef. The stories about the increase in fish numbers that followed spread across the country. Today, there are now over 400 villages around Fiji doing the same, working with government and non-government organization partners under the umbrella of the Fiji Locally Managed Marine Area Network, called FLAMA for short. But as communities more actively manage their resources and the reefs start to recover, villagers have run smack into the inability to protect them. With little resources and little access to government support, it's a hard ask to protect their reefs 24/7. About 3 hours' drive from the city of Suva is Nawunivi village in Ra province. The village has a rugged dirt road that runs to its center, but the gentlest route is by boat from the beach just below the Ra provincial office. Off Nawunivi village, 20 communities with customary rights to the Ngolingoli there worked together to establish a tambu area in 2007 for the Tikina no Korutumbu. Back then, all the villagers gathered together for the occasion with the auspicious blessings of 9 church ministers and a traditional ceremony and a feast. Community members shared a common Fiji story about how in the old days they would welcome a visitor to the village with fresh fish caught just off the shore. Today, they are going farther and farther off to catch less and smaller fish, just to feed their families, let alone greet visitors. That's why the communities banded together to establish the tambu. And the tambu worked so well, now poachers are coming to visit.
Ni sangko kucing memberi tentang buta. Orang anggur ada kau cuma tak ada baki. Memberi tentang buna, memberi ni rambuta kau cuma nembung.
20  ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan bango. 20 ngabir na kene wale wale. Ndua ni rando lakan ban
Rando klaba bina ko ira nindo era kakas ngon diri mati merando kasa tuna wanga den kor kore maka misakin dapat tuna kana kurtu berarab dapat kasa men rando yanda bento butak rando time tak bina ira ni kas tuna wanga te merando didikina erna la kasar tuba so mer di bango nduna kor bango mer di tuna kamer barola rando wadem basar tu sona mer di tu wana sar bango nangul gul grek ngona sabu kidar sang ngole ma yer di batika ba tabagin dua nabuna bata tambu.
What makes poaching even more difficult to battle is that it's not always people from outside the community that are doing it. This was experienced by the Tikino Tabua when their paramount chief, Ratu Binimbokini, passed away in January 2009.
Semua warden kutu sara talangan na usin gulu ba mo sa tribu ng basu-basu ina puna ni bora tambo. Ni do ko ya ndo maru na ndo tango makasar to ba na bora tambo. Kasa kutu sa kunya talangan ni sa liu ng gulu butang ko sa liu sarangan ni token gulungul. Pero sarangan ndo numero rokoba to mandan gulungul.
So why don't poachers care about the damage they are doing to local communities? Moses Senatomi and Waisaki Rokumbati in the Tikina of Nokorutumbu Inra were able to provide keen insight into the mind of poachers. Before they realized that they were stealing from their own people, they were the poachers.
Anala mani mamila lahongo, kimamili nunu bana bunu e batarai. Sasyang suitsari ni banai ka kim tu sta pambeletan ni sa nunu bitunga. Ka kim misana nunu kim saling goli bana bunu e batambu itu. Kim ngole na bongi. Siya ni kima mindo ba ang atabali mo na din na nangaw ni kima ngole tu kina ni mamisala tu nga buto kima milisu mo na buto. So nangaw na do kima miling goli wala saray ng batini koro na buno saray ta tu kina patatambo na mata sa na bi korkoro. Ngo na buno endo lida kin na goli. Yo kima mindo tobole mi kima mi ngole ba ni nangaw na e derle bu kin na masala blatong ko nangaw na kasa tu kina non rawanga. Yo na ni mami ngole tu na goli buta ngo e siya ni okito wala nga. Na alam ni buno buto kodi o sibi mai vatira na buno rabatambu itu kima bisa tataleki na patkai rusoni lawa era mai nunu talanga
lamun ndon bongir kami roy am yen ndon ama ndon ralim sanga wulu kina ron raw tadi kami roy am yen mami nunu bulagi uinga dui nunu bianga osna bulagi ui kami sa os uasa kami debi kami ndaka bianga daona kami sa nunu nga sa warya kami kami panamay anggoy puno may takataka pala puno sa ruwa ta albaliw lakalangan na nunu yo sa aliw saranay ka
yo me do mo indonay musringaw na mo indon matungo me bakay ni wandu nga kaira wandu na kay na kortumbu dina aw susungin ang barabingo aw sangay bakilan indon nakadala libu sa takabati o kinanong itokani kilan indon nakadala libu kiro sa takaba na buni kana sambutu ko ditigo na bikaso kana numi me bure nimbula biki mami kasi nanu mo lang kinakata matungo wira talanga na tadiki mami era murmay sama ni lao may kinanto na pakanananu kibikiraw mikiru sa pangalalata man mati lawalonggo de reriang mikiru sa may tumanda kapag kasangaratali so na buru-buru nimbula era ni tuwe ponua may naniro ngole tigo mikiru limbuta tiyo may kakiru sa pay balbal data kinaniro mbula kiru sali kauta tiyo man kambut kodi kiru buli ta kambut kodi era sali kana talanga oira na buli era kanya na kambut kodi kakiru bakilani na rani niro kinana keluda ambleten kiru ngole tigo likot tiyo may nakaya batambuy.
Adding insult to injury, communities report that the police and judicial system often don't want to prosecute poaching even in cases where the culprits are caught red-handed. Police are already dealing with things like robberies and assaults, and side-by-side fish theft seems less of a threat to community well-being. The result is deflating for communities doing everything they can to protect their families' food security and livelihoods, but still feeling powerless.
Iya, lago tigo na report na station, iseni sota tigo na lawa. Lago tigo na batutungo na virto no visa. Ga iseni sota tu iseni kati tigo mai na batini sio me virto no visa. Na budi ndende. Na budi sarangan ndende o virto sarangan to no visa. Eto sini kira tumanda na lawa, balta ngul-ngul.
And it's not only the community that suffers.
हम लोग जैसे लाइसेंस के पे करता बाहर के आदमी बास आवे रिकी से आदमी लोग आवे यहाँ मछली चोरी करे तो हम लोग के यहाँ मछली समुद्र जाता हम लोग के कोई क्वेश्चन के मछली के जैसे कमती मछली मिले बचाल आदमी एक मछली चोरी करे लेके चल दे रात आवे दिन आवे सब चीज़ चोरी करके लेके चल देता हम लोग वही सोचता है कि इस ये प्रबंध हम लोग थोड़ा मजबूत करो ना कि जाने की मछली कोई चोरी नहीं करे वही फिश वार्डन में देखो.
And the impact is felt by everyone, including the children.
Tale tak na makumbungo na kanya na ikaw tigir na lubengo. Nguna na sangay takti ko na patatang. Tilhati ko nira buta ko diti ko na sona ngauna ki Malaysia wes nga saranga. Ngai rongoti ko nga nira lauti ko man buta ko nambonye. Na palangana ni mi kana ke bagana sana limunga ng ro ke sana lenga na goli.
One of the main reasons that the communities feel so helpless against poaching has a lot to do with how tambu areas are created in Fiji. Tambu areas are a cultural practice in Fiji dating back centuries. Tambu areas were traditionally put in place for 100 nights after the death of a prominent chief or village leader. Today, communities establish them with the hope that giving the fish a break will allow them to start replenishing the reefs. Some communities establish tambu areas permanently, so the tambu area creates a bank of fish that can help reseed other areas year after year. In other cases, communities let the reef rebound for a few years and then temporarily open them to reap the benefits. Communities establish tambu areas based on their customary rights to their ingolingoli. These customary rights, however, don't translate into legally binding regulations that the fisheries or the police can or will necessarily enforce. We visited the Fiji Environmental Law Association for a lesson on the legal challenges to enforcing tambu areas.
There is no specific section in our Fisheries Act that mentions the tambu area itself. All that is recognized is the customary fishing rights. And customary fishing rights basically is the access and the right to fish or to collect marine resources within your registered Ngolingoli area. But it does not mean that the Ngolingoli owners actually own the particular resources. If someone wants to apply for a permit to fish within the Ngolingoli area, they will seek the permission of the relevant Ngolingoli owners. And if there is a tambu that's created within, there is a tambu within that Ngolingoli area, they can nominate that tambu area as a restricted area in granting that particular permit. The Fishing Act allows the restriction of particular area, restriction of extraction of particular fish species, as well as the use of certain fishing equipment. And those conditions can become part of the permit. Now, although our law differentiates between the permitting system and the licensing system, in practice it appears that the permitting system is a precondition to a license, fishing license. So if you wanted to obtain a license, you'd have to obtain a permit first. And so if these conditions are attached to the permit and a fishing license is granted, then anyone who fishes within that particular Ngolingoli area must obey the terms of the conditions that are attached to the permit, and they also become conditions of the fishing license.
Making matters more complicated is that even when it comes to the existing laws, let alone tambu areas, enforcement isn't easy from a capacity standpoint. The biggest challenge is that Fiji simply has a lot of reefs to patrol. There just aren't enough police officers or fisheries officers to patrol all those areas, let alone the boats to do it. The solution in Fiji has been deputizing community members as fish wardens to enforce their tambu areas. Fish wardens, once they are officially sworn in by government, have the powers to enforce fishing regulations, including whether licensing are obtained and complied with. Those powers will also let them ask for fishermen to show their license and seize equipment and catches if they see a violation. These individuals are nominated by the community and confirmed by the Fisheries Department. They are unpaid and receive little training or resources to document a crime in the first place.
Na wisa ni ngolingoli e na sini rao ni viveso koya mana kai rongoda. O koya mena riza ni yado chiko na ngolia o koya na raonga ni livevesu. So ke metkuni wapertania, he has to do it on site. E na sini rao ni rongo me rongoda koya ni endo emu ngolimbu tako chiko iwai. Am ngolimbu tako chiko na mbungi na noa. O koe mena reitha ni ado chiko, mena le rau ni le reitha koe nana na le seni, mena le besuka mena na wanga, pati kena na ika rau ato koe. Ko ngana tambana o vea varetaka na singvinak ni kua ni ko ngana tikina ni kena vole ni tukutuku, ni kena vivesu, ko mbek ngaya na tikina liv ke to reitha e ve molmalum chiko mbeka mena tambana ya. E sa mai vartek taranga viketo ni ko talanga na buna e sini rau ni vao chichi kona ne tubutu me kena le ado sara na wal ni bule wa e levu na kisi ado chungo e ado tokangana ne to verto novisa e so saranga lako through prosecution but e lesu tal chunga mai na tambanoia ni lenga chunga na nondandu volava matalilai na kena li vivesu se na kako ali ado iwai na singa se kona mbonia.
The end result is often frustrating for the communities, sometimes escalating to confrontations between the fish wardens and the fishermen. At times, sadly, it is the fish warden who ends up being charged for assault or unlawful seizure of property for stopping a poacher. Fisheries experts in Fiji have advocated for a number of reforms to the current Fisheries Act to better support communities in managing their resources. The Fiji Fisheries Act is widely recognized as outdated. Part of the problem is communities are in need of more legal power in establishing marine regulations and protected areas and enforcing their regulations once they do. In addition, fish wardens need training to properly document poaching, and increased training would be valuable for the police and magistrates. The current fines for poaching are also viewed as too low. It was a Thursday morning in February 2013 when fish warden Sakiu Sayawala of Namarai village in the Ra province saw a boat in the village Tambu area. He had noticed several boats the day before but was worried that he was outnumbered, so he didn't venture into the water to stop them then. But one boat, maybe, he could manage. Some youths were at the school doing their community chores, so Sakiusa rounded 8 of them up, borrowed a second boat to carry the group and hit the water. From afar, he could see only one person in the boat. As they arrived, one poacher was climbing in the boat, but 2 others were diving underwater. Sakiusa had them and he had the numbers in case things got nasty. Sakiusa showed his fish warden ID and asked the boat captain for his boat license and fishing license. He had neither. The boat captain then begged Sakiusa to let him go with a warning. He was sorry, he said. He would never do it again. But Sakiusa lost his temper, furious that the poachers were stealing from the community, and then he and the boys towed the poachers to shore. When he got to the shore, the police were waiting for him. In the past, Sakiusa had been sent home by the police who had no interest in prosecuting fish crimes. But in what would become one of the few successfully prosecuted cases around poaching in Fiji, the police this time were ready to act.
Orto na linguli may ni baravingo may namarengo orto lawan may malaki. Orto sini chico na loman ni wanua ono kortu. Kakito charge tiger token na charge ni using under water equipment without license. Orto kau balbilawai. Na kanda tu tong ya ronan rondola. Merto so malo maniruso londo na singa. Me vamo mengo kwa kito sabilo ita karaw sangain dua. Endua tali na nito kisi si bibang kay chingo. Pending chingo ando na kisi may sayoko. Sebar chingo uchi baga uchi bibang pinaka. Na kena ba bangay. Yaman to ko na libu ni report kwa lagmay. Ya na target nga chuba kito me kito ako tribal bilo ando kisi. Balatan ni saya tribal bilo ay. Kasato non lewana turno wasanta yalo boding. Sakito yalo boding kan obis. Kito saya yalo boding talang urtalangan lelu bono. Marau direkila nianga chuna non ramai report bana tabata bisa ken fishery department.
So what can we learn from the Namarai police, who are one of the few police stations to have successfully enforced a Tambu area rules, despite the challenges communities and the government face? Most of all, communities need to raise their voice, said those interviewed. Let the police, provincial officials and fisheries know your frustrations and make sure you keep raising the issue until you are no longer ignored. The authorities need to understand how important the issue is to the health of Fiji communities, and you do that through persistence.
Karto bibi toko ni wale na be stakeholders tale so na lomnya sana. Baba bibi di lomnya sana ora. Kecikukin na dona komite bulan-bulan lomnya sana ora na komite de ombula. Keto no bisa keto lewana tal ngana komite. Isala ko na bitala no kito untuk manduan ni kito untuk Raven ni ra sa buta mai non rekuru. Kasi ngatunin dona ka kito kapkin. Sama ni baguna. Me kito to sa ke pakalela ina ni to ibara ni bital no. Beir na liyo bunua. Aparang bay lebuta kita langan na ito awareness program. Beir talaga na liyo bunua. Aparang bay lebuta kita langan na ito bakilia. Nabi kawalaw may balatan ni urutango.
During the filming of this documentary, our film crew worked with the Fiji Locally Managed Marine Area Network and FBC to host a radio talkback show on the issue of poaching. Invited guests included a community member, Asakaya Mbalawa from Vanua Nabakabu. He was there to share the challenges from the village perspective. The Senior Superintendent of Police, Director Legal Sakeo Raikadi, was also on the show that night. Asakaya shared a story of their fish warden visiting the Lami police station after he caught poachers and been ignored. He was later charged, having taken the poachers' fish. Proving the advice about raising your voice, as soon as he heard about the issue, SSP Rekadi wanted to take action. He told Asakaya to see him afterwards so he could start working with him to find a better resolution. Interviewed following the show, SSP Rekadi further committed to working with communities to help address the problem of poaching nationwide.
Yo, pinakatamo ba hindi nakapikyan na nalilipunan na silibinin ko, nagtawa-tawa kami, sana siya kwanta ng bondo na ko, na manakalaw yung muri. Yan na bukunik ka ng maroy na lawan ng tapanuang. Kito sa natuwa ka raw, na bingaw na nga, na baka kito na ronga kinanda na reporti, kito sa natosa sa raniliw na kinasangay may apoluti. Kung ako na kito sa pamamasukin ko, mendalo binaka, kanta na toki ni punua, kanta na toki ni ngulunguli. No mitabi mo na maroy ko ng ngulunguli. Kito na tambatada na bisa, kito sa nangabito ko nga nibigam ni.
In Ra, now that the dialogue is open and the police are taking the lead, the results so far are encouraging, according to leaders there.
Ngonong sa kay todo may. Do saranga na chugo ngonong ko na committee ni ICM niya sana, Integrated Coastal Management from reef to reef. Lewan saranga ba binang may kinana balisis kita matenti. Kita na stakeholders together air turka mai. Yuli kile lamarto na ito kaya fish. Sangay bisi matchara nga babinang na bidan na nito umbo sa sawat sikito na kamay na committee level ni ICM niya sana. Sa liuta sarangan na ni bibisuay na Tronubs. Doon team joint team yuli kina na fisheries. Yuli kina so bikide mamer na fish warden kaya kito so na leonin boss ya mikim sa doon singaw. Mikim sa sulmer kanila mikim sa dada medada ta na ni. Pertama kali BBC, salita sarang aturan lebih, aturan lebih. Kacang gay loran, sanggai biar mata terlalu lama nabi mati.
Fiji Fisheries is also committed to doing its part to support communities, including revisiting and reforming the Fisheries Act.
Nangunongko na tamban ngoli-ngoli, patilaki na irna hunilawa. Lorei chungo na kena bisa utaki so na tikini lawa ina lawa ningoli. Dongonongo na kena lorei tale na tutungi bir nando ngoli ndotako na tutungi ndo mbiu bir nando ngoli banabunu ira ketengo sa lorei chungo me sabaturi wakaturi me bisa we sona tutungi ongo.
The road ahead is still long and winding. But slowly, change is coming here in Fiji, and the stakes are so high as the health and well-being of Fiji's communities hang in the balance. There is simply no option but to succeed.